Hey, what's up guys? This is Joe with Eden's Harvest, and we're going to do a demonstration on cooking. You know, we wanted to add some of that stuff to the channel. We're going to take one of our pasture raised chickens that we cooked here a few days ago and kind of show you what we do with that after you've cooked that whole bird. So hey, stay tuned. We're going to work on getting this chicken pulled apart, and I'll show you how we do that. Alright, so this is one of our pasture chickens here in the pot, and we usually cook those off in a Dutch oven, and we take that, we throw it in there. Like we showed in the video the other day, this was that big chicken. So as you can see, we've ate a lot of it. There's still some meat in there, but I'm going to go through it, pull all the bones out. I'm going to separate the meat so we can use it for probably a soup. We'll take the bones and make a stock for chicken stock, because hey, it's flu season, and we've all been sick here this week, and we just thought we'd make a real hearty soup for lunch or dinner, and we'd also cook the broth off just so we'd be able to use that for our better health. So we got all the chicken pulled apart from the main carcass of the bird. As you can see, you'll have, let me come in close, you'll have lots of bones and skin and whatnot. What we always do with we'll put the carcass, the bones, the skin, everything in the pot. We'll then add probably some more carrots, onions, celery, some salt, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar, because what that apple cider vinegar is going to do is it's going to actually pull some of those nutrients out of that bone, and it's going to make some really creamy, nutrient-dense stock. So we'll put all that in there, fill it full of water to the max mark, and then we're going to run it, I believe, we'll put it in soup broth mode on the Instapot. Hey, just real quick, we love our Instapot. This is not a paid ad for Instapot or anything like that. It's just something that we typically use on a regular basis here in our kitchen. So if you don't have one, hey, it's a great addition to your kitchen. You can make stocks, you can make soups, you can make a cake in it. We use it a lot for stocks. We use it for rice. We've used it as a pressure cooker, we've used it as a slow cooker, we've done a lot of different things with it, so it's just a great addition to your kitchen. But again, add the water to it, throw it in, we're going to run it in stock mode, and we're probably going to cycle it through at least twice, maybe 3 times, because we want to really cook that down. And once we do that, I'll show you how we process it and what we go through there. But we got all of our chicken in our Dutch oven, we got it pulled. We left a lot of the vegetables, as you can see. We left a lot of the vegetables and the fat, or not the fat, but it's the leftovers from chicken cooking. So it becomes solid. So there's some fat in there. But we left all that in the pot. We'll add water to it. I'm going to add some more vegetables and probably egg noodles and make kind of like a chicken noodle type soup for lunch. So we got all of our vegetables cut up for our stock. As you can see, we do celery, onions, and carrots added to our bones and the liquid. One of the interesting things that you might notice, so I can get close enough to tell, as you can see, we've not peeled any of our vegetables. We leave the skin on the carrots, on the onions, and there's really no reason to take that stuff off because it's going to cook in the broth, and the skin will actually help to flavor the broth a little bit too. Alright, we got all of our vegetables in our Instapot. We got our onions, our carrots, our celery. We put about, I don't know, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. All of our bones are in there, all of our skin. We filled the water level up full. We need to add a little salt. We like to use Himalayan pink salt here in our house. We think it's pretty good for us and does taste a little better. Add some salt to our broth, a decent amount just because it will help to break down the vegetables and stuff as well. So, get our lid on, get it sealed, put it in a sealed location. We're going to do soup, broth, and we're going to run that thing up. Alright guys, we're going to set our Instapot to 90 minutes. Since this chicken's been roasted already previously, about 3 hours or so, or more, we'll go 90 minutes. If you're throwing in bones that you bought from the store or from us or whatever, you're probably going to want to cook them at least 100 to the 120 mark. Again, you're going to want to cook that to the 120 because those bones haven't been they've not been cooked down or anything, and you're throwing them in fresh. So you're actually going to have to cook and render those, where we've already went through that process by cooking off the chicken first. So we got our Instapot going. We're going to let it go. We're going to leave it alone. What we'll probably do is once it's done, we'll open it up, check, and see if we're confident with what the stock looks like, and if not, we'll turn it back on and put a few minutes up. Alright guys, we got all of our carrots, our onions, and our celery cooking off here in this skillet with a little bit of coconut oil. We just want to we don't want to get it too cooked too much. We definitely don't want to burn it. We don't want to get it brown. We just want to kind of cook it off just a little bit, just to add some nice flavoring to our chicken soup. So we're going to finish cooking that off, which it's about done. Alright, we got all of our vegetables, all of our chicken in the pot. We just added our broth. As you see, this is some of the broth that we had frozen in the freezer, so it is still currently melting, but we will just let it melt, just let it do its thing. So I'm going to go ahead and add my spices that I would put in for this kind of soup. As you can see here, we've got a few different things. We got some paprika, some ginger, some parsley, oregano, that's salt and pepper, obviously. Hey Graham, what? You're messing with my video, man. And then this is a spice that I found the other day when we were at the grocery store that I had never really heard of. Spices that are kind of mixed into a blend, so we thought, hey, why not? Let's throw it in the soup, see what it tastes like. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna add all of our spices, our spice blend. We start developing that flavor profile. I'm going to give it a stir and kind of take my ladle and dump over top, get some of these hotter vegetables dumped over top of my broth cubes, these frozen cubes of broth. And we'll let it sit and we'll let it cook, and then we're going to add some egg noodles and some kale, and that will make our soup. And alright guys, our soup's been at a steady boil simmer for a while now, so it smells great. So we're going to go ahead and throw in our egg noodles and our kale. When you're putting egg noodles in a soup like this, you kind of want to wait until you get your soup pretty well done. Get it down to a simmer, throw them in, cook them about 5 minutes, and then pull it off. And then as the soup continues to heat, it's going to continue to cook, because you only need about 10 minutes on egg noodles. If you throw in your egg noodles way too soon, it's going to get gummy and gross, and you're not going to enjoy that. Let me back up a little bit. My screen's just fogging up. So we're gonna get that going. We're gonna throw in the rest of our kale and our noodles, and then we're gonna enjoy. So we'll show you the finished product. And hey, all right guys, soup's done. So this is my take on basically like a chicken noodle soup. We added some kale. It's got some carrots, some other vegetables, egg noodles, and a great homemade broth from us here at the farm. So it's just a real brothy, real good soup to heal the gut and to help you feel better after you've been sick for a few days like we have. So we're going to enjoy this soup. And hey, we'll see you soon. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share with your friends, and hit that little bell in the corner so you can get notifications. Hey, we'll see you soon.